Guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Monica. If you're new to this channel, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. If you are an old subscriber, welcome and thank you. I really appreciate you guys. But before we go any further, I'd just like to make a quick disclaimer of my channel. Whatever I talked about on this channel is strictly based on my experience. I'm not here to tell anybody what to do or what not to do, because at the end of the day, we are all adults. You have the choice and rights to live your life in whatever way you choose to. If you relate with me in any ways, just join me. Let's unpack everything here. Today I'm going to talk about one of the challenges that single mothers will go through. It's really not an easy journey. Like, it's hard. When you think about single mothers, it's like, oh wow, we're a superhero, like we do so much. The only reward that we get are our kids, seeing them happy and seeing them growing up. So it's a really nice thing, you know. If you're doing that sort of job and you're a single mother, do not look down on yourself. You know, you are an independent woman. You are doing a marvelous job. It's difficult. Like, I'm not going to pretend to anybody. At the end of the day, I have nothing to gain. There are days you go to bed, you're crying. There are days you go to bed, you just be like, oh my God, why, you know? But to be honest, I don't have any regrets to that I have my kids. My first son is 14 and he's like my bestie, like the face. He's my twin, you know. So I'm really grateful for that. One of the things that I'll always talk about, you need to be prayerful and you need to like commit everything about your life and your kids' life to God. It's God that is making everything possible. There are people who have money, but yet their kids are sick. They're in the hospital. Some of them have lost their kids, but your kids are healthy. Your kids are not dead. They are alive. They have where they put their head to sleep. They have a place where they call home. You should be grateful for that. You should be grateful for the gifts of life. I have my diary, like, always plan your day-to-day life. This is my best friend here. I bought this at Aldi when it was on sale. It's pretty cheap. Like, it's cute as well, you know. Look at it. It makes me look so cute. I think I bought it for $16. Yeah, this is where I literally jot everything down prior to the following day. I need to make a phone call, if I need to pay an important bill, if I have a doctor's appointment that I need to go to, I write it in there. Because for me, people that know me, I don't joke with my medical stuff, or neither my kids. I like to see the doctors whenever I see things that medical attention. I make sure I do it ASAP, because you never know what's going on in our body. So it's very important. So yeah, that's where I always prioritize things that needed to be done. I do it first, and when they are out of the way, then I can focus on other stuff. Yeah. And for a single mother, learn not to always say yes. Work on your schedule. Don't say yes because you don't want people to feel bad that you have already said say no to them, or the kids not to feel bad that you're already saying no to them, that you're busy. Yeah, I know it's gonna sound a bit somehow for other people, but the way how I run my schedule, because like the sort of work that I do 3 to 3. So by the time I get home and start to, like, my kid will be like, oh, I want to do this, mommy. And when I have something planned already, I used to always let my little boy down, because I'll say yes, and then when the time comes, I've already forgotten that I have something on that same day. I always look my schedule before I say yes to my kids, or even to anyone, because you're just going to look like a pathetic liar. You said yes to your friends, and then when the time comes, you can't fulfill to your agreement. It's wrong. So always check your schedule before you said yes. I know sometimes single mom, we don't want to say no to people. We always want to say yes, be that super mom. No, it shouldn't be like that. Learn to say no, and don't let people take you for granted. Learn to use your resources very well, yeah, because for me, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, okay, I've not been in this situation. Like, I've been in a situation whereas like, I've been driving from work, or I'm at work, and then my younger kids school will call me like, oh, they have not picked your child up yet. The only good thing, because I have good friends around me, I have good support system, I have that one particular friend that I will call. I'm like, where are you home? She'll be like, yes. I'm like, can you please pick my son up? She'll go and pick the kid up, and then she'll have the kid at her house. When I finish work, I'll just pass to her place and pick my kid up. And there was a point, because I work so much and my kid really wants to play soccer, though he's been complaining that his knee is paining him on weekend. Yeah, I work so much on the weekend, and weekend money, you know how good is it? So I didn't really have that time to put him in soccer, because I can't afford to lose my weekend. And my kid's auntie, I spoke to her, yeah, and she was like, okay, I can help you do that. This is just some of the example. Though back in the days, I'll be like, I don't really need help from them, I can do it by myself, like I'm strong, I'm independent. No, sometimes it can get really difficult to the point where you break down, because you just wish that you can actually accept help from others, but because we are busy blocking people that are in our lives that want to help us with our kids, but we're always blocking them out. It takes a village to raise a kids, to be honest. You by yourself cannot really do it. So it's very important to use your resources well, utilize it. If you have a family member that is willing to babysit your kids while you hang out with your friends, utilize that. Take the kids. If you have a grandma that comes and take the kids every school holiday, where you just have that time that you don't have to worry about that kids, utilize that. Take that time, enjoy yourself. When you are at home, the time that you're using to cook and clean and stuff like that, you can use that to actually help the kids with their homework. Sometimes though, the kids will be like, I don't have homework, but my school, they only tell us to read, I've already read. No, while you're cooking, you can tell them, okay, go bring your diary so I can see, bring your homework stuff. Like, even if they don't have homework, what I do, I'll tell them, read. At least that reading, for me, I might, like, I haven't finished my university or anything yet, you know, since I defer, that's another topic. But I always encourage my kids to read, because it's something that when it's instilled in them, it's really important. Like, it will help them in a long run. So I always use that time wisely to encourage them how school is important to them. I ask them to like clean their room, you know. Sometimes they mess the house up. Like, my house can be really, really messy. But one thing that I've learned, like yesterday now, I cleaned, like, oh my God, it was filthy to the extent to where I told my younger sister, I'm like, my house is a mess. And then she was like, your kids are dirty. I'm like, I know, they're boys. But it was my day off. So I used that resource, like, very well. I went out. I cleaned my house very, very well. I went and babysit for my brother, but I make sure first my house was clean. Learn how to multitask. Don't just be like, okay, today whole day I'm just gonna do cleaning. That's what I'm gonna rely on. I'm just gonna clean. No, multitask. When you learn to do that, it will take you a long way. Let the kids actually help you as well when it comes to chores in the house. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, my kids, they don't help me at home. They do help. When it's weekend, before I go to work, they will take the washing out. They will gather their dirty clothes, put them in the washing machine. I will put the powder in there. When it's finished washing, they will put the clothes outside. They will bring the clothes inside. They will fold the clothes. Then I will sort the clothes out, yeah, which cupboards, like how to sort them by layers. And also they will my older son will wash the dishes, yeah, that's his job. The younger one will vacuum, though he will not do it properly as how I want it, but he will still make that effort and do it on sand. I hate it with bare feet. So I will do that. But they are always helping, though they will complain that, why do I have to do this? This is too hard. Like, you're just taking my time from my friends when I have to be doing this thing. No, it's just for their own good, because later on in life they will thank you, like they know how to do these things. Because my older boy, he doesn't really like doing stuff. I'm at the stage now where I'm like, I'm not gonna have a 14-year-old at home, then I'm like overworking my body. I go to work, by the time I come, he doesn't like food that has been home for like 2 or 3 days. He will tell you plain frankly, I'm not gonna eat it, it's an old food. Yes, I have to stand in that kitchen and cook. Like, literally, these kids are like a husband to me. I can't say that I'm scared of them, but they nag a lot. So I have to stand in that kitchen to cook fresh food for him. Yeah, I have to like tidy up the place. So I'm not gonna have you at home when you're not helping me. If I'm cooking in that kitchen, you are washing the dishes. He'll be like, well, you have called me 10 times to wash the dishes. Why can't you just leave them till you're done? I'm like, no, it's just gonna pile up. Can you come do it? So it's hard. I'm not gonna say like you constantly have to talk. And with like their personal care as well, showering can be really difficult, because the boys will be like, oh, I showered yesterday. As soon as I opened the door, I was like, dude, you smell like goats. Can you please get in the shower? So prompting, as a single mom, you need to be able to prompt the kids. Brushing teeth is one of the kids' their weakest points. They don't like to brush their teeth. And even if they brush their teeth, it's just going to be like for 3 or less than a minute. I'll be like, no, I need to see your teeth again. Can you show me? They're like, I'm like, can you go brush it again? So we're constantly, so as a mom, it's a hard job. It's not rewarding. In the future, it will be rewarding, yeah? But you constantly have to be prompting these kids to put on their deodorants. Like, you know, teaching them those little things. It can be really frustrating, but we need to do it as a finances. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh yeah, being a single mother, it depends the sort of job that you have. If you can save, good. If you cannot save, then it's okay. There are always better time ahead. As long as times when I just look at life, I'd be like, I am grateful. The most important things, my kids, they are well fed. They never go to bed hungry. We have food at home. They're clean. They're healthy. They have where they call home. They are not like couch surfing at somebody else's house. That's the most important thing that you can do. If you can afford to save, then fine. Even if it's $50, even if it's $100, it's okay. You're not in competition with anyone. That little that you can put aside, it's fine. That's the best you can do. You're not competing with anyone. Honestly, you're doing a good job. We are doing a good job as a single mom. It's not an easy thing, but we're doing a good job. So yeah, don't let anybody talk down on you that you're a shit single mom, you're a shit mom. No, you're not.